what's good, everybody? We finna go through some spiritual TikToks, some things that make you question, kind of keep you thinking, kind of keep you going. So we're gonna dive straight into it. With it's a lot going on, man, and it seems like the more people that do this, it seems like we become more connected, and more people start to get on the level and elevate in a frequency phase to where we can kind of shift the perspective and transition of things. So
is not a Jewish word. Israel has nothing whatsoever to do with the country in the Middle East. The word Israel is in three parts. It's an Egyptian word. It is Israel. Okay? The Is is the goddess Isis, which is the spirit, the feminine principle in the body. The Ra is the mind. And the El is the God impulse in you. Okay? That's what it means. And basically, Israel means when there is a harmony between your spirit and your mind, then there is God in you. That's what Israel means. It's an Egyptian word, and it comes from those three gods of Egypt. Do you understand it? Now, you see this El? That means the God impulse in you. That's what we call an angel. You notice the word angel ends in El? Because it's the God impulse in you. Is that gives you that good idea? Oh, I finally remembered what I'm supposed to do. That's an angel. That's an impulse that comes from your higher mind, from the electromagnetic field of the right hemisphere. That's why all of the angels' names end in El.
hey, that's crazy though. Think about it.
Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, Michael, etc. Okay? And that's all it's talking about. So if we come back, then when it says that there will be Russia or Rosh coming down to attack Israel, it means the emotions come down to attack that which is the spirit and mind and that which is the godliness within you. And here will come then the fire from heaven, which means the impulses will come, the spiritual impulses will come from the higher consciousness down to destroy all of those things that are coming against you.
This is what they don't want people to know. This is esoteric knowledge. Esoteric means hidden. So you have esoteric knowledge and you have esoteric knowledge. Esoteric knowledge is what the masses know. You see, you got to learn how to decipher the Bible, because the Bible is a book of allegories. That means stories with hidden meanings. That's why Jesus talked in parables. So everything in the Bible is talking about the brain, the human body, and sun worship. It's talking about sun worship because the sun gives life to the world. You see, that's what it's talking about. Everything that you're reading in the Bible is not to be taken literally. It's to be taken spiritually. It's not for the mind, it's for the spirit. So if you don't understand what you're reading, then you're going to take it and interpret it literally.
That's why when you come across some content, you really can't just believe everything you come across. Like, you can't just automatically take it without actually digging deep into it. That's why everything I go through and listen to or watch or receive intellectually, I kind of I sit with it, and I let it I absorb it. That way I can decipher and decide whether it's beneficial or it's pulling down on me. So, he got a point. It's good to know. It's an 8-minute video. And I ain't gonna lie, I am not trying to watch the whole thing.
You had to lower your vibration just to get here. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? Just to get here. Okay? So,
hey, do y'all know if Rashad Jamal still locked up? I ain't heard from him. Like, I know a couple years ago, like, I was watching him a lot, but some shit happened. And bro was on some years ago. He already knew. He already got the download, some of them. And we all receiving them now. So it's a solar age, man. We've the intellect from the wisdom from back then is coming back within us.
That's a cosmic thing. If you don't have neuromelanin and carbon, that means you're not a dark matter energy being. Now, what's dark matter energy? This is the 9 ether. Okay, so when we say 9 ether, now we're talking genetics. Okay, so this is what makes us 9 ether beings.
Mm-hmm.
All this stardust, all this neuromelanin, all this carbon that's descended from the astral planes. This is energy. So this is a powerful thing, Negro. You see what I'm saying? This is powerful. Why do you think when they used to kill certain versions of us, let's use Nat Turner, They would skin, they would fillet us. They would fillet us. Keep your body parts, keep your genitals, keep your heart, keep this.
And they still do that.
Keep the ether. But why don't human beings have that? Why is it that when black people and Latino people get in the sun, we charge up? That's genetics, okay? So these genetics is DEA. DEA. When you go past neuromelanin, and you talk about dark matter energy was formed in 9 ethers. So when you're dealing with the 9, these are the most powerful beings in the cosmos. Any beings that's in the 9 ethers or the 9th universe, right? These are the most powerful beings throughout the entire multiverse. Like, that's a fact, right? Because of how powerful the celestial rays are around this, that had to gather together to create this dark matter energy. Okay, remember, this dark matter energy is a combination of divine feminine energy mixed with divine masculine energy in its essence. That's what dark matter energy is.
If a person would sit down and let their body relax, totally relax, and then start to visualize in their mind, see themselves the way they want to see themselves, and see how you'd like to live your life. See yourself living it that way.
Okay.
Now, understand that that's a picture in your mind. Take that picture and describe it. Write it out in the present tense. I am so happy now that I see myself, and write it out. Start to read it, and read it, and read it, and read it every day. Carry it around and keep reading it. The one point that all the great teachers, all down through history, have all agreed on, they've been in complete unanimous agreement on it, we become what we think about. Now, it may be fantasy at first, it might even appear to us as being a lie. But if you read it often enough, you'll start to believe it. If a person...
You're not supposed to go out and try to change anyone. Yes. Those who are already enlightened, they're already advanced, they realize what's happening now, they're already there. You don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to worry.
The other ones that are so deep into negativity, we're not going to be able to make a difference anyway. They have to find their own way.
You don't have to
You're
worry
not
about
supposed to convert anyone. It's the ones in the middle that are not sure which way they want to jump. Those are the ones we have to reach. The ones we have to...
And it's a bunch of them too.
Talk to about that things are happening, things are changing, and we're moving into this totally new world.
New Earth.
Man has destroyed civilizations down through time. And each time, it's usually with the bad use of their mind, the misuse of the powers of their mind. And each time, they'd start all over again from the beginning.
Exactly.
And create a totally new civilization, a new world.
Reset.
They said there's no longer time for that. We can't do it. We can't waste that time. So this is part of the developing of our psychic powers, bringing that back.
Yes.
She knows something. She's always been on that level. And I'm so happy that she's still able to spread the wisdom, because we need it. Like, from older people, we got to respect our older people, man. A lot of our ancestors and our elders, they don't get enough respect. We got to start showing more respect to our elders, man. Especially at this time. I mean, it's supposed to have been that way. I always respect my people, but there's some people out there that don't.
Changing this because we're going to carry it on instead of destroying the world and starting all over again.
Yes.
That's why we're having all this chaos and problems right now as the two try to decide and separate and shift. So it's a very important time we're in right now.
Yes.
And there's many souls that are coming in right now to be here for it. They volunteered to come. The call went out throughout the universe, volunteers to come and help. They have to be souls that are pure, that have not known violence, have no karma to repay, to come in and help raise the consciousness of those who are here. And these people don't know they're one of these. I find it out in my work, but they have no idea on the conscious level they are one of these who has volunteered to come and to use their energy to help raise the consciousness of the world. And I've been told it's working, because now the positive is beginning to overshadow the negative.
It's working.
And we are moving into a new world, and it's beyond it.
Because people spread information like this, and it's getting around a lot faster. Shit. Like, short-term information became more widespread information, even though it's short-term, and it kind of fucks with people's psyches, make them a little crazy. It's beneficial sometimes, especially when it comes to information like this, where it needs to be spread out. The news channel wasn't covering a lot of things that recently happened, and we all know it. when we all know how the things work out and how it all is supposed to correlate everybody into a specific mindset in order to shift the population perspective to gain more control and mass migration in order to sell and or advertise and also do any other thing that rightfully they have the authority to do. You know, when they say click here, I accept the terms and agreements, nobody reads them. Nobody reads them, let's be honest. Nobody read that long list of stuff. So a lot of people just clicked and didn't realize what they did for real.
This is why understanding you don't exist and nothing is real makes you God. Time is not real. Let's break down the mental and physical aspects of it. Time, past, present, and future, they are all properties of consciousness, with the past being recollection, the future being anticipation, and now being the present moment. Time is the movement of your thoughts. There's no such thing as a universal clock. This scene in the movie Interstellar shows us how time dilation works. They landed on a planet where the gravitational pull was so strong that every hour they spent there was equivalent to 7 years on Earth. These are photons. This is light. The holographic matrix is inside a light. Eyes absorb it, and the mind projects the world. If light could be a person, any clock you looked at would never move. Light does not experience time. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to wake you up. Reality is an illusion. This shit is all a dream. Using the interpretation of quantum physics, all matter in the universe is made of atoms. These atoms are made of 99.9999999% empty space. So with that being a fact, you have to question why reality feels so solid. This is because of the basic law of electrostatics. It's this repulsive magnetic force that makes reality feel real and stops your body from collapsing in on itself. And the atoms are made of energy that behave as particles and waves, meaning that particle me is here now.
Hey, he's spitting some real shit, man. He's putting a lot together.
But the wave version of me doesn't exist as a localized point in space and time. Particles and energy that make up my body exist everywhere in a state of infinite potential. The dust I was before humans and Earth existed, me right now and every other stage of my life, and the pure energy I'm going to turn back into. It exists across the universe as possibility until I open my eyes and turn it into this observable situation, this moment. Let's get on some Matrix shit. This is video game coding. This is information. This is a bunch of shit you don't understand. That's reality, a bunch of energy, information, and potential. Shit we can't understand.
Like he said, if you want to understand the universe, speak in energy, frequency, and vibration. Everything is vibration. Everything is energy and impulse at different frequencies, causing it to become solid or, water or ice or something that you can physically see. Because the 3D dimension is lower dimensional, which causes more physicality, and a lot of people can deceive with the physics of things. But it's good to know this information.
We can still play the game because even though
a lot of people be saying we in what they say, they be saying we in a whole simulation. Like I kind of feel like that. Like is this like Sims or something? Like, or is this, or you know how we made AI? What if we made AI in the past that made this, that made us in this, and we just the aspect of the AI that made, more AI. Wouldn't that be crazy, y'all?
this is the game, this is what we see, understand, and operate in. You are the entire universe, but at the same time, the entire universe creates your mind. And it's your mind that you view the universe through. And because you're viewing it through your mind and not as it actually is, you're dreaming. This is an illusion, right? This is the true reality. Emptiness. Your mind creates space and time. Reality is energy, information, possibility, potential. It's not a solid physical thing. Everything, all of us are connected. Everything is one big giant consciousness, an infinite mind. I'm this eyeball, you're that eyeball. We're all just little pieces of it. But the entirety of it is you. You just don't know that. None of the words I'm using to talk to you right now actually mean anything. These are random vibrations that you're assigning concepts and labels to understand me. What I'm trying to say is our existence is a trip, and your faith in God doesn't have to be rooted in mythology, and you don't have to have blind faith in some deity outside of you. Through understanding science and psychology, you can dismantle your entire perception of reality and see what's left there when you do that. You are pure consciousness. You are everything in the form of you. Once you do that, you can finally detach from life.
It's all in your mind.
Detach from yourself. That's the recipe. Once you transcend, all of the power is yours.
Meditate.
I'm going to show you how to use it.
Whatever you speak out loud actually has a lot of power. So when you say, I am beautiful, I am wonderfully made, your body goes into agreement with your words. Another thing that I want to emphasize is that your throat chakra is the bridge between your heart, your third eye. And so they are listening to the commands of the throat chakra. And so we have to be mindful that when we use our throat chakra, it is a reflection of what is going on in our heart chakra and what we can see. And it's vice versa as well. So we influence what goes on in the heart and in the mind, and our voice also impacts what goes on in the heart and mind. So we need to be mindful of all the dynamics involved in self-talk, whatever.
Let me talk about Australia real quick, because Australia is close to Africa. Y'all know everything we know about is a lie. They want all y'all to look at the media. They don't want y'all to look up. They don't want y'all to look within. They don't want y'all to connect with nature. They want y'all to connect with the media. Antarctica, if you live in Antarctica, I said Antarctica. If you live in Australia, if you live in New Zealand, you got all type of footage of different planets all in your fucking sky. You got all type of footage of different shit in your atmosphere that we don't see in America. We don't never get a chance to see nothing outside of the country. Bro, listen, remember I told y'all it's different planets, it's different beings here? It's different beings, it's different planets, different vibrational beings, different shit that you never seen before in your life. Shit that you think you see in movies and cartoons is here. It's a whole nother reality. Now, if you bought it in your your root chakra, you don't see nothing. You're not experiencing anything. You're dead.
Facts. Hey, and some people, you automatically can sense the energy that they not even worth putting in like too much effort in when it comes to the information. But at the same time, you also got to be mindful. You know, you don't want, me specifically, I don't choose and pick who I want to give information to. I kind of let the will of it flow within me. And then, you know what I'm saying? If I feel like they on that level, we can start having conversation. But once I get the vibe or sense the feeling of this person ain't really on that level yet, I ain't gonna bring it up.
Sorry, but if you've been taking care of yourself this entire time, you see it. You feel it, you see it, you witnessing it. Australia, they got all type of sightings. They got all type of different clouds, cloak shit. It's all type of different new planets that they not talking about. It has nothing to do with Mars, Jupiter, this and that and that and this. It's new energy here on the planet. They have to keep you distracted, because if you pay attention, you will literally realize, bro, this shit is over. Let me talk.
Wait. Say that last sentence again.
Damn.
Everything that we see is a projection of what's happening within our own mind, our own conscious, and all of the conscious together. That's what God is. God is not someone off up in the sky that's preaching down, looking down, and be like, you sin, electrical, you're going to hell. No, God is a collective consciousness of everyone. I'm God, you're God. Everyone here is God.
Okay. Now, if what you say is right, that I cannot
He said, okay.
perceive reality, I just make up reality in my head with my perception.
No, but he for real. Like, that's facts, though. For real. Like, we got to come together as people. Not color, not race, not gender, none of that shit. It's all just something to cause duality within the dual world in order to create division. And, you know, it splits your brain, too. That's why most people only use I think they said the left or right hemisphere, one side, and the other side ain't really that useful, because the creative side, because a lot of people just go to work, go home, go to sleep, wake up, take a shower, go to work, go home, go to sleep, wake up, take a shower, and it's dreadful. We not robots, like we humans, and treat it like bots sometimes, you know.
Doesn't mean you make it up, but you are able to interpret the reality differently than how you might interpret it right now. It doesn't mean that it's just, made up. It's how you perceive things.
Really? Well, then where does your rational mind come from?
My rational mind comes from my consciousness.
What does that mean?
My consciousness is basically how, from birth, my life perceives all of the information around it. I'm sure you know the Trinity, body, mind, and spirit. When we're born, we are born with the spirit, the new mind, and a new body. So we have the collective consciousness, which is the spirit, which is in all of us. The body is the physical way that we experience the reality, and the mind is the mind that interprets it, the actual consciousness.
What is spirit?
Spirit is what a lot of people like to refer to as God. Spirit is the kind of consciousness that everyone has and is able to basically use. And what can happen is
when all the collective consciousness comes together with the same intent, that is when a miracle is able to happen, because there's such a strong force behind it, the unseen force that has a lot to do with quantum physics, that unexplainable things start to happen. And just because we're not to explain it now doesn't mean that we can't explain it into the future when we start learning about new things, the quantum mechanics, the way that consciousness really works.
What is spirit? Where does spirit come from?
Spirit started from the great beginning. A lot of people like to call it the Big Bang, everything like that. There was one consciousness. Y'all, I mean, you might refer to him as God. A lot of people refer to him as a lot of different things. And as that happens, God, consciousness wants to experience life in as many ways as it can. So it might send consciousness as this guy right here. Intelligent, smart guy, you know, he's experiencing consciousness in his own way. And then he might want to send it to some other person in India who grows up in some kind of temple, Buddhist temple, whatever. And he's experiencing his consciousness in a different way. So it is all of the same consciousness experiencing it in different realms.
Does this stone have consciousness?
That is an extremely good question, and that's something that we're trying to figure out right now, is if inanimate things are able to have a consciousness. I'll tell you what the stone does have, is it all resonates on the same frequency that I do. You're bringing up energy and matter. Well, quantum physics is starting to show that everything is not as solid as we thought. It's more like a light wave, and it's a condensed light wave that is able to just manifest into something that's actually hard. So what we're trying to figure out now is, in what difference is my body have to this rock, because they're made of the same elements, the same energy, the same matter. That is where the Buddhists get the idea that the observer, seeing, and the phenomenon are one and the same. They're not actually separate, because we're all made of the same building blocks, the same unit that our reality is constructed of.
Sir, there was a Big Bang, right? About 15 billion years ago?
What are you saying?
There was a Big Bang about 15 billion years ago?
How the universe started, I don't know. But
do you accept the Big Bang theory or not?
I contemplate it.
And let the man talk. Why he keep cutting him off?
Aristotle once said that it's a mark of an educated mind to be able to contemplate an idea without accepting it.
Okay. So you don't accept the Big Bang, you just contemplate it.
Right.
Okay. Now, if your worldview is right, that consciousness is this vague thing, and that maybe this rock has consciousness.
It might be.
It might. Then why do you step on the rock and don't step on him? If the rock has consciousness and he has consciousness, why do you step on the rock and not step on him?
Just because I'm stepping on ground doesn't mean that I'm inflicting any kind of pain or hate to it.
What's the difference between me taking a machete, cutting a head of lettuce, cutting a cow's head, or cutting his head? Is there a difference?
Yes, there absolutely is a difference.
What's the basis?
Because plants are a way that everything in this life receives nutrition. There is not a single way to deny that. Everything comes from plants. And just because you're using a plant doesn't mean that you're even, again, hurting it, inflicting any kind of pain, because you're cycling through what is known as life. I would never hurt another human being because we're of the same species. You don't see lettuce going around chopping each other down. There's one universal force in the
Hey, this boy, he's smart. He's smart, for real.
world. And it's consciousness. And if you ask me, consciousness is the same thing as love.
Okay,
All
very good.
Is love.
That's where you and I
Like I be saying, we got to spread love out here, y'all.
disagree.
Gotta spread
If what
love
you
out
say
here.
is true, nobody has innate value. They just have subjective value that we choose to subjectively
That
give
would not be
ourselves.
true as where the question comes in.
The children in 1994 will be the adults in the year 2000. Even if they're just born now, they will mature very, very fast, both physically and mentally, with the new vibrations. Why? Because they have not had a lot of time to clog up. They have not had a lot of time to get all of the shots that have held us back, all of the misteachings that we've had to unlearn. They're here seeking truth. And if they hear a lie, they know a lie just like that. 3 lies and you've lost them. It'll take you a year to regain what you told them in 3 lies. You cannot lie to these children. But if you start telling them the truth and don't treat them like children, treat them with love and treat them as advanced adults, they will mature like they're supposed to very fast. When the physical body grows fast, the mental body is supposed to grow 5 times as fast. Look at those developing young and now understand what you've messed up if you haven't tried to reach the mind, which is 5 times faster than the body. Did you just hear what I said? Look at those advanced, developed, at 12 and 13, looking like you didn't look until you were 20 and 25, and understand that the brain is 5 times ahead of that, and see the opportunity you may be missing.
Damn. It's crazy.
You know why most people never manifest what they want? Because they're waiting, as if the universe owes them something just for wanting it. But the universe doesn't respond to waiting. It responds to movement. You see, manifestation is a dance, and it takes 2 to tango. The moment you begin, the universe begins with you, not before. You are the catalyst, the initiator, the one who must step into the unknown first. No one is coming to save you, because you were never meant to be saved. You were meant to awaken.
We came here to learn, and most of us came here willingly due to the spiritual contracts that they held. We had in the very beginning, before we even came in conception, there was a spiritual contract that was presented to each and every one of us that made it through the portal of life within the womb of the woman. And as we morphed into the physical form, we start to forget those things. Life starts taking a toll. We got bills, things happen. It's the devil's playground. It's where you really just gotta figure things out at this point. It's like no matter what you do, it's hard.
So make the move, and watch how reality bends to meet your stride.
Why is it that melanated, black, Afro people are the only ones who diss their own ancestors?
The ancestors do not exist. Those are demons that you speak to. Those are spirits. Anybody that's dead, you are worshiping a demonic spirit.
No, you can't put them all in that category. Just because they dead don't mean they demonic spirits. Some people die with good feelings. Some people die with good intentions, good hope, and achieve good things in life. So they have a higher frequency. So when they die, they're not a negative entity or a demon. You can't put every dead physical or, any type of thing in that one category. And the ancestors, definitely not.
We appreciate what our peoples did for us, but we don't worship the dead.
I feel it's important that everybody has the opportunity to speak how they feel. So no bash or hate to anybody who I just previously showed. TikTok is videos for educational purposes, entertainment, all that. They have really done a number on us. So to say that the ancestors don't exist and anything on the other side that you have a connection to is demonic, I guess it was wrong for us to win the Haitian Revolution for us using these demonic powers. Now, y'all know what the Day of the Dead is for Mexican people. They celebrate it by cooking food for their ancestors. Anybody who passed on, hold pictures up, light candles, and have a day to actually appreciate them. Their connection to their ancestors is good enough to be in a movie. Offering food.
Look how big she's getting.
Even Asians, they have a strong connection and foundation with their ancestors. They put the pictures up, the candle, they're offering food. They get a movie too that shows the worship of their ancestors. My point is, even in the media, in our households, we demonize everything that our ancestors did. And when they did make a movie about Afro people, they demonized voodoo. Why is it that when we connect to our ancestors, it's demonized, but any other being?
Because they demonized us as a people for over 400 years. So I feel like some people just naturally have that negative mindset for some reason. But I do think it's tied to the slavery and all that abduction stuff that happened in the past.
It gets put out into the mainstream media that it's okay. I have to cut this short. So y'all see that warning right there? I can't really say everything that I want to say. So if you want the full video, go to my YouTube.
They already got her on TikTok. Come on, man. Come on, TikTok. Come on, man.
Because I post all of my content first there before I post it on TikTok.
There are persons that are on the planet now that are the cycle breakers. They're the ones that are breaking the mold of their family line. They're the ones that are breaking the patterns that came through their family line. And the reason why they're able to do this is because they're the ones who actually came and actually have the ability to feel all the pain from their entire lineage. Everybody else was numbing and dumbing down the pain, numbing the emotional trauma, numbing it down, keeping it as a family secret, pretending it wasn't happening, hoping that it would disappear. And it was just being passed down the bloodline. What's happening now, which is part of the whole awakening process, is that there are a group of people that are here on the planet now that are feeling everything from their entire bloodline. And they're feeling it so they can break it, shut it down. It looks like a mental health.
And they said
They decided, hey, and to people who are looking on, especially in their family, they're going to say, oh, you are mentally unstable because you are not willing to suppress this pain like your grandmother and your great-grandmother and everybody else did. You are not willing to. What's wrong with you? There's something wrong with you. So we really have to be very careful about how we look at mental health within the context of the awakening. Because some of the people that are experiencing all of this is because they're the ones, buck stops right here. I am not taking this. I am not passing this on to my child. I am going to rebel. I'm going to act crazy until y'all get it.
Wall Street isn't about money. It's about children. It's about the government and fucking selling children.
Well, might be a better word. But where do you think it failed, and where do you think, what lessons have you learned that you know you're not going to be making on Starship? To do a mission, you're just trying to get data out of the thing. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We just gonna wrap it up right there. It was some spiritual, a lot of enlightening stuff. Some things to think about, especially right now in today's day and age. A lot to understand and unwind. But at the end of the day, we all got each other. It's one thing that we all have in common is we all have the same enemy, and we all trying to achieve and get to the same place. Everybody want to live nice. Nobody want to be working every day. Nobody want to be doing things they don't have to do. And a lot of crime will probably go away if that monetary system that's falsified and a lot of things that's going on wouldn't be taking place. It's all part of a bigger agenda, in my opinion, allegedly. But at the same time, you gotta also be mindful, especially with the people you hang around. So if anybody on those spiritual conversations with you, whether it don't have to be Christian or any type of religious conversations, just some deep talks. Like some people just don't know how to go deep into conversation no more, and it's sad, but that's how we're gonna do. We're gonna wrap it up right there. Y'all hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video for me, man. Let's run it up. And also throw me a comment in the box. Let me know what y'all think. Like what kind of content should I do next? Like what y'all thinking about that? And also send me some information. Send me some more content if you have any videos that you want me to put on my channel. Just send it to my email. Link will be in the description. And yeah, we just gonna wrap it up right there, folks. But like I said, hit the subscribe button, man. Show some love. And turn the notifications on. We just getting started. But I'm out, man. Let's get it.